Hey, babies. Hey, babies. You all. I don't know what to do. And I did the skin treatment on my skin to help me get rid of all like those blemishes, and it like did this to it. I'm allergic to everything. It's annoying. But as of right now, I don't know what to do. My next door neighbor keeps harassing me. I honestly can't wait till I move. But there's red tape in between. God. Lord Jesus, help me. I haven't done anything but go to work and come home. All of you see me most days. Most days you're here, and most days I'm here. That girl said oh Lord, I have to watch the way I speak. I don't know. Let me leave it at that. I just want to say thank all of you for coming. Y'all are awesome, matter of fact. I do love all of you. I don't think it's so much about that. I just think it's more about Max, no potty. No potty. I mean it. I don't care if you want food. Apparently you can't hold it. No potty. Nope. If you potty, you in trouble. No potty. No potty, Max. So, oh God. I don't even know what this fuck is. Why do I always meet crazy people? I don't get it. Why do I always meet like people that kind of aren't in their right mind? Whatever a right mind is. It's driving me kind of a little bit nuts. God says, I meet people that need fixing, and I don't want to fix everybody. I kind of want to meet people who are healthy for once. And that's the truth. She was the first person I talked to in this apartment building, and the last person of an apartment building that I will ever talk to again. Just not interested anymore. Like my ex made me not interested in relationships. My recent ex. She's a great person, I'm sure, for other people. She said she wasn't great for me. I don't know. I guess we'll see. They say it's insanity to repeat the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. This girl says, I stole a package of hers. Something pink. I don't even wear pink. I'm a boy girl. Thank you, peacock feathers. I'm a boy girl. I don't wear. Oh, Lord Jesus. My apartment building keeps calling because she's tripping. And I tried to call him back yesterday. And I tried to call him back today. And I still don't get any answer. Yet they're supposed to be there. So I'll try again at 1 o'clock after lunch. I didn't do anything to these people. Like, I've just been keeping to myself. I don't get it. I've never felt so full of light. I've never, I love that I know all of you, all of my people, but I've never felt like so alone in my life. Like, it's just hard to take, but the longer I have to deal with it, the easier it is to accept that this is what it is. So, as above, so below. God says so. Below it happens. All I gotta say is I don't have much time today, y'all. Even though I thought I would, I don't. It's Tuesday. I have Friday till Friday to move out. Because of her. Thank you for your confirmation. I have until Friday to move out because of her. I want change and it's not happening. When I ask for change, the slower change comes. It's just like asking, and there's like so many other dreams out there for other people. It's like my dreams and wishes are just being ignored. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I don't want to live in apartments anymore. I don't want to live next door to anyone this close. And I'd rather go out to meet people. It's like a big old lesson I'm learning, and it started with one. Hold on. I got to put on my glasses. Hold on. My other pair. Give me a second. I got you, sweet. Will he contact me? What he tell? Me cake. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. And then it's like Seminya. Now, Miss Seminya, I'll tell you, we had this discussion last night. Hello, sweet, lovely baby. Hi, my Leah. But will he contact you? Probably not. But, and I'm not saying that because when people choose to, I'm not saying that to be rude, but when people choose to ghost you, they normally don't call you. That's the point of the ghost. However, if you ever do have another conversation, it may go well. It may not. So you have to open up yourself to both of those possibilities, considering your dynamic of your relationship. Thanks. Myla, how you doing? Hey, sweet lovely. Why is my phone blowing up like this? I don't even know. I'm doing well, sweet love, and you are welcome to ask any question you like. I'd be happy to answer it. Well, my Halloween is over, so that may mean that your Halloween has just started, because we can be actually days apart. But I will, if you guys, and he's a Gemini, I'm not sure what your sign is, but if you already have a meeting, isn't that a reconciliation? If you already have a meeting, and I'm a Sagittarius as well. So if you already have a meeting, probably. But if you don't, I wouldn't put a date on it. Sometimes Geminis have like this way and that way about them. And one thing I can say is it depends on why you're not talking in the first place. Because a Gemini can hold a grudge, but they can let it go just as quickly. That's the part of the Gemini, the yin and the yang. The two fish, one going this way, one going that, as well as the yin. They're the yin and the yang sign of the zodiac. So it kind of depends, sweet baby. I can't say yes or no because they're a very this way, that way sign. Yeah. Well, you know what? With a Gemini, they're not very forgiving quickly. So will you hear from that person by Halloween? And probably not. Because they're not because you're not deserving, but because they're not very forgiving. You have to let them you have to let the dust settle on that. And sometimes your dust is their sandstorm. If you understand going to Egypt and being in a dust storm, they're the dust storm, and you made them feel betrayed. So you have to apologize profusely and consistently in order to get a Gemini to even give you a time in their ear, because they don't want to hear it 9 times out of 10. And I just got to tell you that it's not easy with a Gemini. Don't if you on the yin side, stay on the yin. But if you get into that yang, I don't know, it's gonna take a minute. And then you're a Sagittarian. When somebody break your heart, understand it this way: when somebody breaks your heart as a Sagittarian, and you keep giving them chance after chance after, and they keep doing it, you don't go back either. You don't, as a Sagittarian. I know we don't. Understand that way. And then have some sympathy. You weren't betrayed, you were the betrayer. Understand that, okay? We're at hi Eileen, Ellen. I don't know if it's Eileen or Ellen, Miss Tate. How are you doing, sweet love? Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. You have a question, sweet baby? You're a Leo, Miss Miss Phoenix. What's your will Brandon offer commitment? Okay, after Miss Eileen is Miss Tate, it will be Miss You Phoenix. I promise. What's your question, Miss Tate? Miss Tate, how long has it been since the Sag has talked to you? Because I have to say this, and I'm gonna say this before you answer. Once a Sag, and I just explained this to Miss Mila, who is a Sag as well. When a Sag gets hurt and you hurt their feelings, they act a little strange for a long while. And they at 12:21 on my clock. They may, and I mean Central Standard Time, like the clock. They may not necessarily be in a rush to get back in hurt. Sag don't like to be hurt. Sag don't. Sometimes We can be like overly expressive. I mean, like, let me put it like this. It's not overly expressive. We can be very direct, and we don't understand or understand why other people are hurt. 12:22 on the clock, because all we're doing is speaking our mind. But when a Sag is very sensitive, like a Scorpio, it's like an underneath thing. Tauruses, they have like a very direct way as well. Probably why Sag and Taurus get along well. However, if you messed up with a Sag and a Taurus, it's like, how do I put this? They're just very sensitive. I'm gonna put it like that. Sagittarius are very sensitive, and Tauruses aren't as sensitive as you do have a sensitive side, don't get it wrong. But Sagittarius are like, you can say your fart stink, and a Sag will say, I'm so sorry. I love you, baby. I never let you go. We're just very sensitive people. So don't hurt us, or it'll be a while till we talk to you. Like, for real, my mom, she hurt my feelings one time. I didn't talk to her for a month. Yeah, we don't seem as sensitive as we really are. We really are sensitive. And if you really want to like get in with us, nurture our talents, because when we don't feel nurtured and we feel like you're hitting all of our sensitive parts with a hammer and a nail, we have a way about ourselves to just see things differently. And it may be in a good way, or it may be in a bad one. Your words are too harsh. And Sagittarius have harsh words. Tauruses are like bulls. Imagine a man in a bullfight. You ever seen the toro? A man in a bullfight? I don't know what they called it. But imagine yourself as the bull, and imagine the Sagittarian as the bullfighter. You know, sometimes the bull is when bull sees red, a bull sees red. They go off. But sometimes there's more colors to the rainbow, more to that spectrum than maybe you're seeing. Thank you very much, Miss Ellen. Miss Tate. All right, y'all, give me 1 second. I gotta take something out of the oven, and I'll be right back. Let that overcook. I would buy a lot. I go out a lot. I smelled it a long time ago and didn't take it out, and I let my food overcook. Okay, so we're at Miss Phoenix. You're next, sweet baby. Hi, Miss Jessica. Okay. Let me just say it, Miss Jessica. Ah, sweet baby. Let me just say it like this. If a man has not offered you commitment, he does not take you seriously. And I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I'm trying to tell you the truth. And y'all, please put my likes in my box. If you got an answer for your question, please put my like in my box or subscribe. And subscribe. But if a man does not take you seriously, I mean, the reason why he hasn't offered commitment is because he's not taking you seriously. And you don't want to be the other woman. Do you want to be the other woman? Answer that for yourself. Because that's his way of saying, I'm going to go out and play, and I'm going to have you by my side too, just in case I want a one night with you too. If he hasn't offered you commitment, and I don't know how long you have known each other, but if he hasn't offered you commitment, he's not taking you seriously. He thinks, and that's his mentality, not yours. You are worth committing to. You are not the problem. It's him. Because you are the serious one and he's out of line. He's out of motherfucking line. And put it like that. Oh, 5 years. Oh no, baby. If that man has not offered you commitment, he don't take you seriously. And you know what? The reason why he doesn't is because he thinks you will always be there regardless. So most of the time that he asks you to go out, well, tell him no. Tell him I'm looking for something real. And you ain't it. For 5 years, you have not been it. You've been taking me for a joke. Let him walk. Look, tell him. So I'm cute and beautiful. Watch my ass as I walk away. And yes, my ass is beautiful too. I bet you'll miss it. That way. For 5 years, there's 365 days in a year, and he took you for granted for 5 years. Girl, watch my ass as I walk away. If I found you, I'll find another one. For 5 years, he took you for granted. Don't ever, I'm telling you, don't ever talk to that person again. Hang up the phone, block them, change the locks on your doors, whatever you got to do. Do not ever talk to that person again. And then you want to lay up in your bed. Excuse me, for 5 years, boy, watch that little bitch. You getting mad, I'm getting rich. Watch out, little boy. You playing with the wrong one. Because I can have another of you just like this. For real though. Don't, baby. You good. Do not, baby. You good. You good. You're very welcome. Any other questions? Thank you, Miss Phoenix, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Miss Phoenix is right. I would have broke a box on that back. For real. Or maybe a hammer or a baseball bat. I would have broke a baseball bat on that back. 5 years and you've been taking me for granted? I think it's not. That's not what we do here. Sorry. I would have broke a baseball bat on that back. Probably. That's a lot of patience. A lot sooner than that. I would have broke a baseball bat on that back. Excuse me? You've been taking me for granted for this long? You got to go. All right, y'all. This is going to be one of my shorter segments unless somebody comes in. I really kind of want to eat. I'm hungry. But insanity, and I'm going to repeat this. Insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And this lady, Miss Phoenix, has been repeating their process for 5 years. Shit ain't gonna work. For 5 years. That's not gonna work. Grand Rising, Chris. What is it? I'm sorry. Cleopatra, how you doing, sweet love? Grand Rising, how are you doing? Swami, hey, sweet love, how you doing, baby? I gotta put something on my face because I tried this skin treatment and it like broke me out. It literally like almost tore off my skin. Of course, you can ask a question. No, okay. I get it. I've owned several cats, Miss Cleopatra. I get it. Oh my God. And I was like scratched up all the time. And then they want to play and act like they claws don't hurt. Shit hurts. Miss Swanee, you have a question? Yes. Miss Swanee, she remembers you. When you're unforgettable, you're unforgettable. That's the way it is. Yes, she remembers you. And don't think she doesn't. And I don't know how specific, but I feel this like feeling of like closeness. This person, Miss Swami, she remembers you. You said, okay, Cleopatra. You know what? I yell at my dog all day long. My neighbors think I'm crazy too. But Miss Swanee, yeah, she remembers you. I don't know why. I keep getting this too. I keep getting Miss Cleopatra's energy and Miss Swanee's energy. Swami's energy. Miss Swami, they remember you. Don't think that you're just unforgettable. That's just the listen to Unforgettable. Let me it's the that was the song I got for you. Let me look it up. And it's like an old song. It's an old song. Nat King Cole. Listen to Nat King Cole, Unforgettable. And you'll see what I'm talking about, why I got that song in my head. You are unforgettable, sweet baby. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget to donate, or if you can't donate, at least like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. What is this? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what you're saying, Miss Cleopatra. You said you love that song. You have a message in them. Oh yeah, there's a message in that song. Yes. If I tell you a song, like it has a message in it. Why is this? I cannot read more than I ever read before. Okay, so you're a musician. That's beautiful, sweet love. I appreciate you advertising. Okay. First of all, if you want a cat to stop doing what they're doing, you're going to have to get them spayed. If they marking and scratching, there's no way to get a cat to stop scratching. Especially, they do that bullshit in the middle of the night where they run all over your house and do like crazy shit. There's you can have your cat spayed. She's fixed. There's if she's fixed already, and I promise you, my last cat name was Cheetah. She's gonna just keep doing it. And then I have a dog right now, and his name is Max. If I let him out at night, he'll poop and pee in my house. But if he's in his kennel, he will not poop and pee at all for about a good 12 hours. So it's kind of like, I don't know what to tell you to do. Because I don't even know what to do with my own dog. He gets on my nerves. So right now he's sitting outside on the porch, and I'm just going to let him be out there because he hasn't been outside. He's never been like left on the porch. He's always been left in the house or in his kennel, but he's never been left on the porch. This is his first day on the porch. It's annoying the shit out of him, but at least I can be online and I can let him out of the kennel and he can like have a space where he can run and walk. I give him ass whoopings too. See that belt right there? See this belt? My dog's a pit bull. I give him ass whoopings too. But not all the time, like not frequently. You don't want to make an animal fear, because if an animal fears, they tend to act out more. It's just that I was trying to be online, and right before I came online, he acted a fool. And so I had to put him outside. I fed him outside for the first time today. If he's on the porch, I can clean up his poop off the porch and scrub the poop up with a scrub brush. And he can stay out there all damn day as far as I'm concerned. But there is no pooping and peeing in my house, which one night he pooped right on line in the kennel. One night he pooped on my floor. Last night, night before last. And today he was grabbing like my personal stuff, and he has his own stuff and his own toys. So I said, you know what? I'm putting you on the porch today. I'm putting you on the porch today. So when I put him on the porch, we good. He has his own space. Shit out there. Pee out there. Because it ain't going like this way. Not like this. And then don't keep scratching on my door, because I will come to it. I will come to it. So if you don't want me to come to that door and tell you shut the hell up, then if I were you, I would sit outside and enjoy your day. You can even pee and poop on that porch. I'll pick up the poop, scrape it up, and the pee, and then at night you can come inside. But when I'm online, you cannot be like literally jumping on me and climbing on my couch and doing all these things to like try to make you my attention. And that's what I have to say about that. Yeah, don't listen to that. If you know that they're trying to get your attention, the best thing you can do is ignore it. Can I be added on a free? Yes, of course, Rex. Ask your question. I'm sorry, y'all. I just put this stuff on my face so that I can. It's a really good treatment for like black marks and like if you have pimples and all that other stuff. I don't drink Bang. I can't. It's impossible for me. Rex, are you still here, sweet love? I can't drink Bang. So I'm going to tell you something about love, and I'm going to tell you something about relationships. If you want love, you have to, okay, I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm going to start with, how do I put this together? I have this side of the story and that side of the story. The Two of Cups, right? So if you want love, you have to put yourself out there to get love. Now, if you get love, you cannot shy away from it. You have to involve yourself. And then here comes the story. So my manager at my job, he just found a girlfriend yesterday. He's asking me what he should wear, where he should take her, how he should do it, when should it be done, what time. I told him, first of all, let's start with question number one. Have you guys talked in person, or are you just meeting online? Oh, it's just an online relationship. I've never talked to her. You never talked to that lady? So So you plan on just sneaking up on her? Surprise, it's me. You don't know what you're gonna wear or where to take her. That's like the end of the conversation. The first of the conversation is, you've never talked to this lady? She's never seen your face other than some online dating app with your pictures on it? No. I said, first, start with downloading Duo and talking face to face so that she know who she's meeting. That way you don't drive 100 miles out of your way for somebody you ain't even never talked to. So start from day one. It starts from a hello. How are you doing? And that's how you find love. Hello, how are you doing? Start from day one. Hello, how are you doing? Maybe even minute one, because I think that took me like 5 seconds to say. So start from minute one. Minute two, have a conversation. You know what? Will you go out on a date with me is the 5th minute. Hello, how are you doing? First minute. Second minute, what's your name? Third minute, have a conversation to see if you even relate. Fourth minute, y'all are sitting there eyeing each other like cuties. Fifth minute, can I take you out for some coffee or a drink? The drink is the second asking, but the first asking is the coffee. That means a morning date and after or a mid date. Morning date or a midday date. Then you offer a drink, which is the nighttime date. If it lasts, take her out for a day. If it lasts from the morning she meets you. If she's gone, she's not coming back. But if she stays to the morning to the afternoon, offer some lunch, and then she's coming back for some dinner. For real, because if she stays from the morning to the afternoon, she's still going to be there at dinner time. That way. But the first thing is, let her know who she's meeting. So Duo or Snapchat or whatever, but start with the morning, then go to the afternoon. If she lasts to the afternoon, then try the evening. But do not sleep with her because she don't want you to think you don't want her to think you a manhole. You just trying to sleep with her and go. That's not it. So I just want to let you know. It's not a spoil her. It's not a spoil her. Do not spoil a woman. But when you get with a lady, treat her like a lady. For real. Like, y'all don't know, look up chivalry and then look up the aspects of chivalry and use it. That's why women are taking women from men, is because men forgot who they were. Period. I will open up my lady's door. Yes, I will take her out. I don't give a shit if I pay for breakfast and lunch and we have to split a meal for dinner. It is what it is. Just see what's going on. And lie and deceptive. What's a lie and deceptive? What's a lie and deceptive? There's nothing deceptive about my tactics because I actually believe in them. It's actually really who I am. I'll open my woman's door. I will take her out for dinner. I will pay. I will treat her like a lady. So what is lies and deceptive? And you can ask any woman I have ever dated, and I was married for 13 years. And after my marriage, I was with somebody for another 3. And before that, I was with I was with a girlfriend in high school for another 2 years. I've never had I've had either one night stands or or long-term relationships. I've never had like a short-term relationship like that. My Scorpio, yes. It was a little different. But I wouldn't call her lies and deceptive. I just say it takes a while to grow up a bit. But I wouldn't call her lies and deceptive. She's a really good person. It takes people a while to grow up a bit. And I'm a Sagittarian. I'm a Cancer rising, and my Venus is in Scorpio. And you're right. When you really do trust somebody, but the thing is, that's why you have to do the 5-date rule. Keep your legs closed. 5-date rule. If you keep your legs closed, and I'm a Sag, but it's not what you think. Sometimes people read too far into Sages and don't realize they're just being sensitive and reacting to what you're doing. So, okay, keep a 5-date rule, okay? 5-date rule. If that person doesn't last past 5 days without you sleeping with them, then it's not gonna work, because it'll be sex based and it'll be like a 6-month relationship. If they can last past the 5-date rule, tell them and express this to them. I have a 5-date rule. We have to date for at least 5 times. If they try to date you for 5 days, no, I want to date you. I will date you twice a week for the next 3 weeks. See who you are. I want to know who you are. And that's how you find out who a person is. It's just spending time with them without sleeping with them. And secondly, Aquariuses have their own way, Cleopatra. I know plenty of Aquariuses. Okay, my next door neighbor is an Aquarius. She called the cops on me today. And I've been in my house. I haven't even talked to her, touched her, even fuck with her. And she still called the cops. I had an Aquarius asked to move into my house because she was homeless. I went to jail because of her. I am just saying, Aquarius has their own motherfucking way. So do not sit here and say Sagittarius have this way and Aquarius have this way. Y'all do have a nice, sweet, kind side, but you also have the side that I don't know if it's feeling offended or if it's just once you get your mindset on something, you will fuck a motherfucker real quick up. You will fuck a motherfucker up real quick. So I'm just saying. Yeah, y'all like Cain and Abel. Just like that. That's an Aquarius. Thank you very much for putting it into perspective. Y'all like Cain and Abel. Yes. And for real. That's that. That's that. Aquariuses, they have their own thing. They crazy as fuck. I mean, for real. Ask Cain why he killed his brother Abel. You don't kill your brother. If it's your friend, you don't kill your friend. Y'all have your own way. So let's leave that shit there. I've met many of Aquariuses, and I don't get along with them well as a Sagittarius because of that. They have like this side of them that just Something ain't right. My next door neighbor, literally, before I got online, the cops just left my house. She said I stole a package of hers. Girl, I was at work all day. Why would I steal a package of yours? The only reason why you said there's 4 next door neighbors. We live in a fourplex right here upstairs. There's 4 of us. Why are you calling the cop on me? Because I told you I didn't want to be your friend no more, and because I told you full of shit. Just crazy. Crazy as all get out. So, okay. Who's next? Just crazy as all get out. Football bats. I don't even go to your house. She called the cops one time, said I came and knocked at her door. I don't like you to knock at your door. She called the cops one time, said something else they came knocking at my door for. I invited the cops in my house all these times and said, do you see anything of hers? You see she said I stole something pink of hers. Bitch, I don't wear pink. I don't even like pink. I'm a red person. Red pants. My pants are red. This is not pink. This is red right here. I'm a red person. I don't wear pink. I have one pink shirt. And it's a button down. I don't do that shit. Man, 69, get off my line, bro. Get off my line. Get off my line. Nobody wants you here. And it's not going to be shown. Whatever you say, it's going to be hidden. Sorry. Sorry. Whatever you say, 69, get off my line. 69, get off my line. You want some porno views? Go somewhere else. You purple or maroon? I'm a red person. I wear red, white, black. I wear actually I don't discriminate against any person. I mean any color, but I don't have much pink. I have like one pink shirt. I mean one pink button down that I bought like years ago. Hold on. First of all, okay, Cleopatra, I love you, baby, but you capitalizing my line. Pink Panther accessories. No, don't be sorry. Just does anybody let me ask if anybody else has any questions. I'm not trying to be rude, Cleopatra. I love you, sweet love. Conversation is wonderful. Okay. All right, Cleopatra, we can continue talking because nobody else has anything to say. And no one's cash apping for a reading, so it matters not. Go for it. So yeah, this girl gonna call the cops. Like for real, like right before I got online, the cops just left my house. Talking about I stole a package of pink shit. That is crazy. That's some crazy. This girl, oh my God. I had to like literally ask I asked the cop if I can get a restraining order. They said no. I asked the cops, okay, can I get anything to keep her from messing with me? Because she keeps doing this shit. They said no. Okay. So I have no protection whatsoever. Nope. There's nothing. The reason why the sender cannot do anything is because I do return to senders. I do. She cannot. There's nothing she can do. I told the cop, come in my house. I told the cop, you can check every orifice of my house. There's nothing that belongs to her. Cleopatra, how old are you, sweet love? And just tell the truth. It doesn't matter if it's young. I mean, you're 29. Yeah, the lady, and I'm just asking, but the lady, I mean, because I'm 40, but the lady, this lady is 31, 2, or something like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, just tripping. This woman is tripping on stuff. I'm telling you, I don't even talk to her. I don't talk to her kids. Yeah, I don't talk to her kids. I don't talk to her. I don't associate with them. And she's tripping. Like literally tripping. And the sad thing is, I got cameras in my house. So if I brought anything in, you could see it on the camera. And if I took anything out, you could see it on the camera. Why the hell would I take something pink from a kid? Girl, get your pink ass on. You better blame some of these kids in this neighborhood or your own. Maybe whatever you bought that was pink, your daughter didn't want and she threw it away. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord. I was at work, so I do got it covered. She's just harassing me. Because one night we got it, the night she threw that shit at my door, she went to jail. And now she has a vendetta. She's trying to get back at me somehow. But this ain't it. Because you can't get back at somebody that is barely in their own house. I'm never here. So I don't understand what the hell you have to say. That's the thing. I'm barely in my own house. Yep, you're right. God saw everything. You're Allah, and my God, God sees everything. He sees everything. So he's really not much worried. And if I really need help, I'll get it. And once in some way, shape, or form, God always comes through. Allah, my God, your God, gods are the same. I don't care. I don't care if Buddha is a god and Buddhist religion. For real. I mean, your God, my God, I don't look at it as a platform of Allah and then God. No, your God, my God. I heard this saying once that said it perfectly. Every religion is right. Every God is right. So people who believe in religion or not believe in religion, but believe in a higher power other than themselves and what they preach as far as as long as it's in greatness is right. So it's teaching you to be your greater self. As long as they're teaching you to be your greater self, it's right. Every religion is right. Everyone. As long as it's teaching you to be your greater self. Now, I can't say that about Scientology because I believe they're narcissists. But You know, that's only my opinion. Yeah, that's right. So make sure you're never discriminatory but towards other people, so that you're never discriminated against. And sometimes there'll be like these foul ass fuckers out here that'll try to discriminate against you and call you all out your name. Like they try to call me black, and then, the old time African word that they used to use back in the day, the N word. But one thing I do have to say is, so, and if you knew me, you would know I'm actually more American Indian than I am African American. But you wouldn't know that though. And I have white, American Indian, and African American in my direct bloodline. So if you knew that, and the only thing that makes me dark is because my daddy's a dark African American, because his daddy's a dark African American. My mother's a light-skinned African American. She's half African American and American Indian and Anglo American. So if you knew these things, and my daddy, he's half African American and half American Indian. So if you knew these things, I probably your speech would probably be blurred a little bit. I look mixed. Some people would say less, although I do have lighter brown skin than most of my family. Like my darker part of the family, my one part of the family is really, really dark. Even my daddy's darker than me. My mother and her side of the family, even my auntie is darker than me. But my mother is light skinned, but my brother is Haitian, and he has the same as my mother, because we have two different daddies. His daddy is Haitian, and then my mother is American Indian and African American. So, well, she has more American Indian and she's African American because my grandfather, his mother, her mother and father, her mother was African American and Indian. She's dark skinned. Her father is African American. He's dark skinned, and she came out light skinned. I don't know, but she's light skinned. And then my brother and me, we're both dark skinned, but I'm lighter skinned than my brother, even though his daddy is Haitian, which is a light skin culture, and my daddy is Indian and African American, but he's he's way darker than me. I'll tell you that much. I don't even get it how lineage even works. I don't get it. My brother's darker than me, but both his mother and his father is light skinned. His father, I knew his father because when my mother got with his father, I was there. I knew his father. His father's light skinned. My mom is light skinned, but he came out dark skinned, but he's darker than me. And my mother is light skinned, and my father is really dark skinned, but I'm lighter than him. So I don't get it. Yeah. So you kind of get it, right? So I don't even understand it. I don't, like, for real. I don't get it. I'm trying to understand. When I try to understand, I stop trying to understand race, because I think the point is race don't matter. You're born. That's what God was trying to tell us in the first place. As that you're born, you have a life. Yeah, that way. Okay, so and just like that, my mother's mother and father, which was my grandparents, they're both dark skinned. My mother came out light skinned. My aunt came out dark skinned. Her brothers are all dark skinned. All of her, like her brother was like my color. My mother came out light skinned. My aunt is really, really darker skinned than me. And then her brother, it came out my color. There was only 3 of them. So I'm like, so I'm my uncle's color. My brother is not, he's like slightly darker than me. He's still lighter than an African original, but he came out, he's a little darker than me, not much. We all look the same. Me and my mom, my brother, we all look the same. Like we look, like if you saw a picture of us all together, we look the same. However, my brother looks like my mother and his daddy, and I look like my mother and my daddy. So if I'm standing next to my daddy, you could tell we're both related. And he stand next to his daddy, you could tell we're both related. But if you see us with our mother, we look just like her, if that makes any sense. Yeah, exactly like that. We have a variation. Like my aunt, that's the really dark one. She has one really light skinned daughter. She's like really light skinned, like really like my mother. She's really light skinned. And then she has a really dark skinned son. Same woman, really light skinned daughter, really dark skinned son. Same daddy. Their daddy's Haitian too. And he's like really light skinned. She has a one really light skinned daughter and one really dark skinned son. I don't get it. I don't get it. For real. That's the truth. So there's no way to tell nowadays. I mean, for real. So if you want to sit here and talk about culture, don't worry about people calling you racist. Don't worry about that. 9 times out of 10, when somebody calls you racist, is because they think too highly of racism. And I know. Yes, MA, you can have a reading. What would you like to? You said, can I have a reading? What Libra thoughts and feelings for me? I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this way. My mother's a Libra. And if you're in no contact, are you in no contact? MA? Young Ma? Okay. So I'm going to tell you this. If a Libra's still contacting you, they still do care about you. Does that mean that they want to be with you? Not necessarily. But one thing I can say is if a Libra is still providing for you, that is a different story now. Because if a Libra is still providing for you, they still love you. Now, if a Libra is not providing for you and yourself, and doing it because they love you, then if they're just in contact with you, it's for the family, if that makes any sense. And I'm only telling you that because my house and home is in Libra. So I'm telling you, there's certain people I won't contact no more. But there's certain people I do, even though they do ugly things or do me wrong. I still contact them and make sure they know I'm still alive, but not necessarily to be together, if that makes any sense. So if a Libra is still providing for you, however, they're doing it because they still care for you. And I'm going to tell you that much. And what's your sign? M.A.? A Leo? Yeah, a fire sign and a Libra. It's we just don't click well. I'm a fire sign. I'm a Sagittarian. My Libra mother, I won't talk to her at all until she keeps calling. I won't talk to her at all because of her, the way she handles herself, and that you have to provide for her looking ass. But if a Libra is providing for you, that's some real love right there. And if they're not providing for you, but they're keeping in contact with you, it's for the family, if that makes any sense. It's not necessarily for you. So depends on how you kind of want to look at this, how the situation plays out. Okay, did y'all just start dating, or do y'all have like kids and shit? What's the situation? Because how to find out somebody's intentions depends on the situation. Oh, you just started dating a Leo and a Libra? No kids, no nothing. You just started dating. Okay. Then let me put it like this. When you are, and I'm gonna put it like this, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm very serious. When you are with this Libra, set your boundaries early, because if you if you're in a be with a Libra for a long time or in a relationship with the Libra, I don't care if it's family, husband, wife, mama, daddy, if you do not set your boundaries early in the relationship, a Libra will get lost real quick and they'll start acting a fool because they don't know what you're doing, and they act like they don't know what you're about. So set your boundaries early. Let them know who you are up front. Don't change. Let them know the depth of you. And when you let them know the depth of you, because I really fucking mean it, then this relationship, it's not about, because a Libra is an air sign. A Leo is a fire sign. And the air can ignite the fire as high as it wants to. He can either bother the fuck out of you or irritate the fuck out of you, or that person can just be like a beach fire and you're just going swimming. You know, like when it could be a bonfire at the beach, or it can be like this in like, I don't know, like a forest fire, depending on the wind, the elements. I'm just saying, it's so up and down with an air sign and a fire sign, that you will have to just kind of go through it. 122 on my clock. Kind of go through it if you want it on November 1st, Tuesday. And it's my birthday, y'all. And ain't nobody cash out me no money. It's going to be my birthday. I have 25 days until my birthday. Is it on Thanksgiving this year? I don't know. But I have 25 days to my birthday. Y'all please cash out me. Because I'm ready to be the bee. And I want to like actually go somewhere and go out and do all that stuff. Yeah, that's what you got, MA. That's what you gotta do. You gotta, and my cash app is listed below, in the description box. But you just kind of, MA, you just kind of gotta go with the flow, because if you start giving too much, don't give too much. Leo, come on now. And I know Leos because I was married to one for 13 years, and I loved her to death. And we were like this, and we still like this. We just like this. I love you from afar like this because of choices. Everybody got choices, right? So everybody got choices. I stick to my money. I go with my bread. So we're still like this, but I love you from afar. We no longer have the ring to and the paper to connect us. We're still connected. We're still good friends, but we just kind of don't do it the same as we once did. Now, when we were together and connected, we were like hellified money make. Like we were money makers. We were supported. We had everything we needed, and on top of that, we loved each other, like from heart. But I think it was more of a, for me, and I was the one, and I got to admit, it was more of a friendly love than it was a lovely love. Only because it wasn't nothing to do with her. It just had a lot to do with me. And that when I met my ex-wife, I was 26. She was 18. Just turned 18. So she didn't know herself. And then as we grew together, it was just like, as we grew, our relationship, and I didn't mean to be a 26, 18. My cousin introduced us, and we decided to get together. We actually took the time to get to know each other. We didn't date right away. We didn't have sex at first. We didn't have none of that. It was, we grew the time to get to know each other. She's like my best friend. And that's where it drew the line between a relationship and my best friend. She's my best friend. And I want to get to the point where I can forgive her for what she did in order for us to be best friends again. But she's my best friend, like the person I can come to and talk to about anything. I can tell her my shit is green, and she'll tell me why. And she can come to me and tell me I'm, I'm this and I'm that. Thank you so much for liking. She can come to me and tell me this is the reason why you feel the way you feel. Or maybe you should pay attention to this part of how you feel. And I understand, and we tell each other why. So she's my best friend. That's why we can't be in a relationship. Is because I don't see her in a sexual way as I once did. I just don't. Because I realize as I'm getting older, she still hasn't grown to where I'm at yet. So, or maybe it's both ways, you know. She wanted to have babies and go out and do all that stuff. She met a man, had two of them. After we broke, well, while we were probably together, but okay. Okay. All is forgiven. However, when I felt like I never denied my intuition, and when I felt it happening, I stopped. We stopped having any relations whatsoever. I couldn't do it. Something told me not to. And when I stopped, then she felt like I didn't want her, but it wasn't like that. It's just that when you disappear, I don't know where you are, talking about your phone is off and you cut it off, but you can call me to come pick you up. That is a red flag that I'm not going to ignore. So back to what I was saying. Libras and Leos, it's a work at it relationship. That's all I gotta say about that. Because my mother's a Libra and my father's a Leo. They were together long enough to have a child, but they didn't stay together. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Depends on how much work you want to do. But they both have their own problems. That's it. And they both have their own habits. They both have their own quirks. And it just didn't mesh well. So did you get that, MA? Yeah, my mother's a Libra. And my father, my dad, my mother is a Libra. My dad is a Leo. I can go to my mama right now and say, "Where's my daddy?" And she'll be able to find, and she know exactly where he is. They love each other, connected, but it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's not a lasting relationship. I'll tell you that much. And not just because Libras have their own way, but because Leos have their own way too. But Libras really have their own fucking way. And it's a lot of fucking work. I mean, the only couple I know that can actually be together is a Libra and a Virgo, or like a Libra and an Earth sign. But Libra doesn't get along well with fire. But if you want to go through it and go, if you want to just try it, because it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all and just sit out here and being single, not do shit, go with it. You never know. Because there's also other elements in their other elements in their chart that may make y'all compatible. So I can say yes or no, but I can tell you my experience. Because my mother is a Libra and my daddy is a Leo. My daddy's the coolest motherfucker I ever met. My mother, she ain't so cool. She an asshole. She's the Libra. She's an asshole. I mean, for real, just demanding as fuck. Tell you what to eat, how to eat, when to eat. Tell you what you can do, clean up after them, all that shit. She's just like that though. But I think she has a lot of fixed signs in her birth chart. And that's all I can tell you, baby. I can't answer that because in order for me to pull cards, I do require $20 Cash App, which is listed below. But if you don't want to do the $20 Cash App, I will most definitely do it. I just did an intuitive reading. Based on what I know. But if you give me a $20 Cash App, I have plenty of decks sitting right here. In order for me to pull cards, I do require a $20 Cash App. Macy, no, there is no, but thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, sweet love. Thank you, MA. Please subscribe. That will be a way to help me out. Everybody, please subscribe. Please, hit the like button. And please, just if you could put if you put my name out there, that would be perfect too. Just help me out a little bit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cleopatra. I appreciate you. Macy, you can ask. That's like really cute how you spelled it. My first favorite artist, like my first favorite was Alanis Morissette. She was my first. And then after Alanis Morissette, because she was the first CD I ever bought when I was like 16. And then my second was Macy Gray. For real, that's the truth. Macy, you have something to say? Cleopatra, I'm gonna get with you in just one moment. Okay, sweet love? We've been talking for a minute. You ain't going nowhere. You have a question, Cleopatra? For real. Y'all remember Macy Gray? Change and I feel, but I'm just a prisoner of your love. I just around, 'cause yeah, that way. You call me sexy motherfucker? You better not be a guy. And change what I feel, 'cause I'm just a prisoner of your love. I just be around. And so I keep getting all these emails, y'all. It's driving me nuts. So I have to clear them out so it'll like stop dinging on me. No, it's not closed, sweet baby. Twinkle, it's not closed. So you can go ahead, ask your one free question. It's only intuitive, unless you can cash out me $20 for some cards. Prince was a sexy motherfucker. Okay, you remember? Okay, all right, you playing. Don't play with me, listen, Prince. You remember when he made that movie with that white girl? What movie was that? What movie was that? Oh God, what do they call it? Love, marriage, or arrangement in my destiny. Don't nobody have a like. Okay, let me put it like this. Twinkle, this is for you. Don't nobody have an arrangement in their destiny. Most people have, if you call it destined, then if you're destined for love, it's all about finding that person who's Indian, who's India. Oh, you're in India, and it's a 90. Okay, look. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell other people from your country. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Do not do arranged marriages. You want a husband that sit there like this? Look, they sit there. Go do this. Go do that. I'm gonna take out the money. Go do this. If you want somebody like that, then arrange your marriage. If you want love, then wait. Because the one that's meant for you, and I don't care what your parents or anybody say, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. Every time they tell you to do something, fart. Say, I'm just letting go of that gas because it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. God says, marry for love, so it's lasting. You marry for arrangement. If you marry for arrangement, it will not be happy because you married to the person that somebody stuck you with and you didn't choose them. A real marriage with someone is to be chosen. I choose you. You see the Two of Cups? Two of Cups says, and let me find it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm saying. Hold on, because it's not far. The Two of Cups, that's what I said, it's not far. The Two of Cups says, I choose you, and you choose me. If it's not a choice, then it's the Ten of Swords. So Spirit says, be patient, because there's a whole world in your hands. Wait, for real. You have the whole damn world in your hands. You have the whole, every sign in the zodiac in your hands. So don't take the latter, because that will be the death of you. You'll really not be happy in the first place, except somebody that's really going to offer you their cup and you offer them your cup. And these are cards that came right after the Two of Cups. I'm trying to tell you, or you're going to feel stuck in something you can't get out of. Once you sign that paper, are you going to be able to explain to your parents the divorce? Can you explain the divorce part? Or you rather get married to somebody that you really love and not have to go through that? Thank you, Twinkle. Go after what you want. And an arranged marriage is not it. For real. You can't explain a divorce, but you can explain not getting into the situation in the first place. Now, that is acceptable. But why you didn't stay, they may not necessarily understand. So be patient. Love is coming right in your hands. It just may not necessarily be the person that someone else chose for you. Hi, Jessica. How you doing? Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to donate, please, I have a cash app below. Please donate. Hi, Jessica. You caught me. You caught me. Look, jailbreak. I'm just letting you know, sweet love. And I know it sounds, when you're in your culture, it sounds impossible, but it is very much possible. And you're so very welcome, sweet baby. It sounds impossible, but no is a very strong word, and no is what the fuck I meant. I'm waiting for love. I'm not going to just marry who you said I should. Don't head down somebody's, for real. Like how many, like think about all the people in your country. Like how many people are just married and just not happily married. It's not somebody they wanted to have kids with. I did not love your father when I met him because it was arranged. So that's what I'm saying. Miss Jessica, where are you at? You're more than welcome to put your question in the chat, sweet love. Nope. No arranged marriage. It's a no. It's a no. Because what if that's a guy that, what if this guy that you arranged for me is somebody's going to beat me? What if they don't respect me? What if that I say no and they don't listen to my no, or we don't have an agreement? A marriage is somebody who look, my mom and dad always said to me, they said it this way. They said, if one of us say no, it's a no. So that makes them two. If both of them say yes, it's a yes. So all I gotta say about that, you have to agree with what you're with. And it's not up just to my dad. It was up to my mom too. So if somebody is giving you like a hush mouth treatment, then it's not worth it. That's all I gotta say. And sometimes my dad said, my answer is a no, but ask your mom. And then mom say my answer is a yes, and I had to put them all both in the same room. Sometimes I got a no, and sometimes I got a yes. I'm bold as fuck too. I mean, for real. I think that's what people think. People think that's my problem, but I think it's my actual. I actually think it's my greatest attribute of myself. My greatest attribute. Attribution, tribute. Come on with the word. It's the greatest thing I can contribute to myself is having my own voice. That's all I can say about that. Thank you. I need people to be heard, and I appreciate you, Cleopatra. I appreciate you for that. But if anybody has any questions and they haven't put it in the chat, I can't answer them unless you put it in the chat. It's a what? God, you can't spell. Me neither. I have dyslexia. That's the truth. I am very dyslexic. And it's not even like a bad thing either, because it hasn't stopped me from doing anything whatsoever. So I don't really even consider it like a disability. I consider it a part of my history. I just have that. I just have that. It's just a part of I just have that. And I was diagnosed a long time ago, and I've also like made it like I accepted it, that sometimes I see words backwards. Sometimes it's this way, sometimes it's that. Elsa and the Bee. What is Elsa and the Bee? I don't know what Elsa and the Bee is. I'm so give me 1 second, sweet loves. That is crazy how I put this in here. What is okay. We said S and the B. A.K.A. and the B. What is that? I know it's a movie somewhat, but let me look it up so I can find out. A.K.A. and the B. I know I've heard that song. I mean, I've heard that movie. Why am I talking about song? Oh, I remember that movie. I watched it when she was doing the spelling bee. I remember that movie. I do. I remember it. When she was doing the spelling bee. And she didn't think she could do it, but she did it. And she did. And she got all like really weird. And then she did it. But she won though, which was really cool. I'm so sorry. I gotta check on my sister real quick. So yeah. I remember I watched A.K.A. and the B. And I mean, for real. Y'all, come on now. I watched every movie since the 1986. That's all I gotta say about that. And it's not even the year I was born. 1986. Yeah, I got some age on me. And that's why I can do intuitive readings, because I have been through a lot. And you know what? Look, let me tell you something. Cleopatra, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you so much. I love old. You just call it old movies. That means I'm old. Because when A.K.A. and the B came out, I was years old. Years old. I love you, sweet baby. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. You old too. No, you ain't that old at 29. Unless you told me an age that didn't belong there. Unless you told me an age that didn't belong there. You ain't that old. You only 29. You got a whole bunch of years. I miss 29. Salam. 93. Salam. Have a good day, sweet love. Love you. Thank you for coming. Do your readings. Enjoy your day. I love when readers come through. Cleopatra, if you haven't left yet, make sure you subscribe. I think you already did. I'm going to subscribe to your channel so I can go to your reading as well. Thank you so much, sweet love. I'll be there. Hi, everybody. Does anybody else have any other questions, readings, need answers, any of that? The first question, intuitive question, is free. Conversation is free. Yes, you can, Jessica. You can ask, please, love. The spirit of Jezebel. Why do you ask about the spirit of Jezebel? Because honestly, Jezebel has a very sensual connotation. So what do you want to know about Jezebel? There's a reason why you're asking me this. So I want to know why. And I'm looking it up, but I know what a Jezebel is, what we consider Jezebels. It has a very sexual connotation. So aside from sexuality, I'm looking up the spiritual meaning because naturally a Jezebel is somebody of oh no. Now, the thing is, uh, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna tell you this, Miss Jessica, like directly. If Jezebel has a hold on your husband, it's it's like this. If you lose your job, there's nothing your husband can do about it. If the spirit of Jezebel has a hold on your husband, it's up to him to face it. You know, it's just like you you can do a return to sender. I'm of the light. I don't do spells. I don't do it. I'm of the light. You can do a return to sender spell, which means write it on a piece of paper, return to sender, and then burn it, put it in some water. Like most likely burn it so that it is sent to where you want it to be. But I'm a fire sign, so I burn it. Water signs, they put it in water. Air signs, they can burn it and then let it float in the air. Earth signs, they can bury it. So get down the return to sender spell for Jezebel. But One thing I can say, I'm going to tell you this like truthfully. What you're talking about right now, that is for your husband. That is his resolve. You can't do anything about it. It's like saying, your husband got to go poop and I don't want to smell it. So I'm going to I wonder what I can do about it. You can't do nothing. People have to poop. Your husband has to go through whatever this is. It's up to you on whether you want to deal with it. And at the end of the day, the Jezebel in which you speak of, you need to stop thinking, because a Jezebel, do you understand what a Jezebel is? You know what a Jezebel, why Jezebel has its name? Do you know what that is? Biblically, even. If you're not still here, I don't have an answer for you. So I don't waste my time. Just make sure you're here. I'll tell you what a Jezebel is. You know what the old time saying of a Jezebel is. And I'm reading on right now what Jezebel is. Jezebel CASHAPP. Do you know what a Jezebel is? In the first King James, chapter 19, verse 2. Oh Lord. I hate when people come on here and ask questions they don't want to know the answers to. You cannot. Okay. Anyway, I'm not even continue with that conversation. The reason a Jezebel has the reason that way. So, okay, I'm glad you're still here. Okay, King James. Jezebel was the daughter of Ethel, king of Zidon, and went to serve Baal and worshipped him. That was the verse. That was the second mention of Jezebel. The first mention of Jezebel was in Revelations 2:20. It says, "Notwithstanding, I have few things against thee, but thou sufferedest that woman Jezebel." She's the saint of suffering. Jezebel is considered somebody who doesn't mind hurting people and doesn't mind giving up herself. You know, back in the 1800s, they used to call hookers Jezebels. 1700s, probably 1700s, 2:02 on the clock, around probably 1700s. They used to call hookers Jezebels. They also called them deceivers. And the reason why is because they had no staying power. They were just going to be a person of sex, but then the man went home to his wife. What's crap? I know what crap is. I'm in Texas, baby. What you calling crap? I'll read it out the Bible for you right here. It says, oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Because I don't want to be deceitful to anybody. But that's what it is. God, 69, get off my page already. Like, for real, don't know about, everybody's here for a spiritual enlightenment. You come in here for sex. And I know you want to find somebody that's like really desperate, but it's not, this is not it. Sorry. Love ya. Yeah, so in the 1700s, Jezebels were hookers. And the BC era, or during the Christ era, Jezebels were hookers, and they were also non-committal. Non-committal women, they called them Jezebels. It's just, and then, I mean, because that's the American term for what a Jezebel is. So I'm just saying, based on the terminology you used, which was Jezebel. I don't know her name. I don't know yours. I don't know his. Well, I know yours, but I don't know his. So I'm gonna put it like this. When somebody has kept something from you, like if things have changed and you know that there's someone that is taking and you know you're beautiful, and there is somebody else that they're manifesting with and working on, I understand why you're staying up at night. Why it's bothering you. It's bothering you because Eight of Pentacles, you've done all this work with this person or been with this person, and he's with Jezebels. He's left you out in the cold. So I understand. So let me put it like this. I'm going to tell you what to do, but I will say this. Process it. When you react to the situation, don't react out of anger, because whatever you choose, it has a permanent effect on your relationship. That means if you choose to argue with this person, instead of just leaving, it has a permanent reflection on your relationship. It'll have a permanent effect. If you choose to say nothing, then it will always be in your head. It will have a permanent effect. And then if you choose to leave, that is also a permanent effect. Even if you guys choose to get back together, you will have to get through all those errors in your relationship. So, and there seems to be a lot, considering there is a Jezebel. That's all I got to say about that. I know it's hard, sweet baby. I know it's hard to choose, and saying nothing is not an option, because God says, I made you, so you need to stand up for yourself in one way or another, but you ain't gonna deal with that. So it's up to you. But just assuming with no proof, is not an option either. Creating problems where there are none. Do not poop in your pumpkin pie. However, if there is a problem and you know for a fact it's a problem, you're going to have to handle that, because God says he didn't just make balls for a man. He didn't make cojones just for a man. He made a woman got to have cojones too and stand up for herself, even if it's like 2 ovaries. I don't know. Whatever. Still got to stand up for you, because a man will act like they cojones is your boss. And I promise you, I cut your balls off. And if we both don't have no balls, then we need to talk. So like I said about that, there's a road you got to travel right now. Figure out what's going on in your life. And thank you so much for your compliments, sweet love. Thank you so much. So all I'm doing is just giving advice, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't care what people say about this, that, or the other. The truth is the truth. I mean, we're not here to lie to each other. Look up the Jezebel spirit. Look it up. I'm trying to tell you. They have a bad name and a bad rep. I don't care where it comes from. Somebody cheating, they cheating. Even if it's a male, it's a Jezebel. Cheating is cheating. Lying is lying. Hookers are hookers. Sex is sex. It is what it is. Even if they using you for it, still makes that person that's coming to use you for sex a Jezebel. Male or female, we don't have sexes when it comes to spirit. We have what the fuck is going on here. That's all I gotta say about that. Spirit don't see a vagina. Spirit don't see a penis. Spirit see what the fuck you doing. God says you has nothing you can hide from him. That's all I can say about that. And sometimes they send you like this weird intuition when something's going on around you and you don't know about it. They send you this weird intuition. It's like you're just like, where the fuck is this coming from? Why do I feel this way? And then you find out a little bit later. Hold on a little bit longer. Because God will tell you exactly what he's trying to say. You don't have to hide it. I mean, for real. One thing I know is when something happens, God, 2:11 on my clock, Central Standard Time, God is the most visible person you will ever meet. He will visualize it, put it right in your head. Don't act out. You're right. Do not act out. Process what your next move is, but do not act out. And then when you make your next move, make sure you're making it with certainty. Move with intent and integrity. But make sure you're right. Otherwise, if you're wrong, you're going to regret it. But we live a life with no regrets. So if we live a life with no regrets, there's fact behind it. This is about your kid. Is this about your kid? I made you. Or is it about your husband? Okay. Well, if you've already received fact about and you received the message of, then you have fact. Now they're asking you, what are you going to do about it? And like I said, move with integrity, move with no regret. You don't have to act out to get your point across. You could just leave. Don't argue, don't fuss, don't fight. Just leave. Show him what your evidence. Say, I received this. And then from the husband of the wife he's cheating with, and then pack up your stuff and leave, because you are not a arm candy. You are a person, Jessica, and you deserve love how it's supposed to be given. So keep that in your mind. You don't have to act out, get the cops called, burn their clothes up. You don't have to do no crazy shit. I received this. Pack your shit and leave. And when it comes down to splitting assets, that can be taken care of through the courts. If you have kids together, that can be taken care of through the courts. But I'm not going to argue with you, fight with you, none of that, because I didn't argue with you, fight with you for you to cheat on me. You just did it. So I'm done with that. Y'all, I'm going to take a little break. It's been 2 hours. I'm Asa Wants the Hierophant. Thank you so much for joining Lounge Tarot. I will see you soon. I can't wait.